Good morning and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Jazz. What we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Jazz's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands. And this is proof positive that there's no dog too small or too young to learn obedience. For a 3-month-old chihuahua, he is just incredible. He's sitting very nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. The first thing that we're going to take a moment to introduce is the training equipment that we're using. We're using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and Fred keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand. The left hand is free to give the correction, which is a little tug and let go on his tiny little training collar. And I'm just trying to get him and Fred both in our camera angle here because he's so very tiny. And Fred gives him a little tiny tug and let go on the training collar when he's working with him, just enough to get his attention, and he has come to recognize that as correction. Now, the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash. His job, the command is Jazz, heel, and his job at this point is to stay right with Fred's left leg, not forging ahead or lagging behind. And he's so adorable walking along here with such a good attitude. And each time that Fred stops his feet, Jazz has been taught to sit automatically to wait for his next command. So Fred's not having to tell him, he's doing that all on his own. Nice heeling and nice automatic sits, so that when you're walking with him in your neighborhood, your puppy's going to walk along like a little gentleman. The next exercise that Fred's going to demonstrate for you is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, we're not going to use your puppy's name. Fred is going to use his left open palm about an inch or so from his muzzle and the one-word firm command to stay. The long sit stay when you're practicing at home start out at about 30 seconds. You're going to work up to 1 minute and then up to 3 minutes, remembering that he's a baby, and as he matures, his ability to hold his commands is going to get better. When Fred returns back to his dog, he's going to walk all the way around him, returning all the way back around to heel position, back where Jazz is again, even with Fred's left leg, and they're going to run through their heel and their sit and their stay again. It's such a pleasure to watch this cute little puppy who didn't even know how to walk on a leash when he came, walking along like a little gentleman, sitting automatically when Fred stops, staying. Now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the come command.
Jazz, come.
Fred uses his name, a happy voice. He has Jazz come right in front and sit facing his knees. And then Jazz returns back to heel position, which is called the finish exercise.
Stay.
He leaves him again in another sit stay to demonstrate the recall exercise again. He gets up, he tells him no, puts him back into a sit.
Jazz, come.
Calls him in, has him sit, gives him a little praise for coming, and then returns him all the way back around to heel position. Now he's going to heel him out of this and get him back in tune here for his down commands. His wee-wee pad training, because he is a little city dog, has come along beautifully. He's having absolutely no accidents. He's going consistently on his pad. Now the next exercise is you're down from a heel position. Fred's going to use his open left palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word firm command to down. This is your long down stay. This is about the cutest thing that I've ever seen in obedience training. And then when this is the down stay is I would say you probably start out at 1 minute and work up to 3 and then work up to 5 again as he matures. When Fred returns back to him, he walks all the way around him, returning all the way back to heel position. And he'll heel him out of that exercise. And then we're going to show you the down from a distance. Now if he gets a little distracted, we're very patient with him. We recognize that he's a baby, and we want him to have a good feel and a good taste in his mouth about training, that there's nothing bad gonna happen. Fred leaves him in a stay.
Stay.
Walks out to the end of his training leash. He uses his right hand this time to give the command.
Down.
And Jazz went immediately down into a down. Perfectly done for this little tiny baby. Now we've demonstrated for you your heeling, your automatic sits, your stays, your down from a distance, and your come. These are the exercises that you're going to practice with Jazz at home. We'll be there to help you along. Thank you so much for choosing Williams Dog Training Company.